Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is Coffee Ann on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. And I'm Joe Callahan. That's Dave Richards right over there. Good morning
I am
to you
right
there,
over
Dave.
here. Hi there.
And we're being joined at the Coffee Ann table by a couple of gentlemen.
We have guests in the studio.
There's Bill Wheatley from Henry's Auto Repair. Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
And Jim Collins. He's right there.
Good
President
morning.
Of NEHOV. NEHOV. Do you say it as NEHOV?
Niehoff.
Niehoff. Oh, okay. New Englanders helping our veterans. We're going to get to why they're here in just a second, but we got a couple of housekeeping things to get to. One is the first segment sponsor of Coffee Ann is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. So, Dave, what's up with the chamber?
Shout out to the newest members of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Ameriprise Financial, Kevin Doyle, Budget Blinds of Providence and Northern Rhode Island, Something Fishy Incorporated, Coastline EPA, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Patrick Hogan, First Choice Property Management, McGinnis Media, Harriet Ballou Charitable Foundation, We Go RI, Kenneth R. Bush and Associates, Merlino's Pizzeria, and the Hotel for Homeless Dogs. Hotel for Homeless Dogs. Oh, and two more. Revive Therapeutic Services and Rehabilitation Hospital of Rhode Island, now members of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Really nice. How did I know about all that? I got my Business Matters newsletter from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Comes right to my inbox because I'm a member, a proud member, and have been for all the years I've owned the place. And, of course, the station was a member before that. And the station, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was a member of the Chamber of Commerce when it first started 77 years ago tomorrow. But I can tell you, for all the years I've been around, we've been proud members of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce because it helps us do our business much easier. Advocacy and information and support and a chance to meet fellow business owners all over the Blackstone Valley. Call 334-1000 after 9 o'clock this morning because they don't answer the phone till 9. Call 334-1000, and until then, you can sit right there with your hands folded neatly in your laps and listen to Coffee Ann. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. And good morning to Melissa Murray, who's joined us there.
Good morning.
Yes, she is.
We want to get to the Autumn Fest Prize a Day calendar winners that have been chosen for today and tomorrow. Congratulations to Irene Blaze.
Oh, congratulations, Irene.
I know Irene.
She's the winner for today.
From the Woonsocket Historical Society, among other things.
Yep. And she wins the car washes from Executive Auto Wash, $25 gift card to the Broster House, $100 gift card to Family Discount Furniture, and a 1-month membership to the Gym LLC. And congratulations to Jen Cunanan. She is the winner for tomorrow.
We might know her too.
Yes, so we do know Jen. And she wins the car washes. She wins a 2-room carpet cleaning and $100 gift card from DRL Carpet and a $25 gift card to Missy's Restaurant.
Nice.
Missy's Family Restaurant, that is.
Missy's Family Restaurant. One more thing we want to get to. We have high school football tonight. It is Division II semifinals between Burrillville and Cumberland.
Yeah, the winner of tonight's game goes to the Divisional Super Bowl next weekend.
Burrillville is ranked 6th. Cumberland is ranked 1 in the state. Game's at 7 o'clock tonight, and the winner will go on to take on the winner.
That would mean that Cumberland's the favorite? Is that what you're trying to tell us in sports parlance?
The winner goes on to take on the winner of St. Ray's and Barrington, which are also playing this evening. Burrillville is led by a 1,000-yard passer and junior Logan Gelinas. He has 15 touchdowns against 7 interceptions. Cumberland has a strong ground game. They have 1,905 yards rushing, and their senior quarterback, Andy Ray, has 905 yards and 11 TDs. And earlier this year, Cumberland played Burrillville, and Cumberland won by a score of 17-14.
Not this
They'd like to change
Not this
that
time.
Not this
No,
time.
Burrillville's got it this time.
Ooh, someone's from Burrillville.
I know, me too. Yeah, right. It was only a 3-point win.
Yeah, so
Stop and consider it.
we're looking at a close game tonight. So join us at
we
7.
We know it's going to be a good game. Yep, 7 o'clock tonight on your favorite local radio station.
So join Kevin Callahan and Brendan McGarr with the call for tonight. I'm the only Clipper in the room.
That's right.
All right, go Clippers.
This is the socket, right?
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're in Woonsocket. And, Bill, I think presently lives in Barville.
I do.
I graduated from Barville and raised my family out there. I'm back in Woonsocket now.
It's a great town.
And Jim, you're not...
Burrillville too.
You're Barville?
Yeah, yeah.
Surrounded by Broncos.
There you go.
I'm up in the Black Hut.
Well, we know they'll give them a good game tonight. We'll see what happens.
Should be a lot of fun. All right, we invited Bill and Jim to come here because Henry's Auto Repair does something great every single year.
Oh, really great.
The revamping of a car, and then you give it away to a veteran, and they come in and they sign up to win this car. And how many years have you been doing this now, Bill?
This will be our third time around.
Third time doing this?
Yeah, we missed last year. We had some issues going on with the shop. But
Okay. But you're back at it.
We're back at it. We're
And
back
now-
at it, hot and heavy.
And usually you give away one car, but this year you're giving away 3.
We have
What
3.
happened? What precipitated this?
Just customers that no longer needed the vehicles. They needed a lot of work, needed a lot of money to fix them.
Did they donate them to
They
you?
donated the cars.
Yes,
All
they-
3 of these cars were
Wow.
donated.
Very nice.
That's good. That's
But then
fantastic.
you
go
with
through
the
it.
help of others, took and on those repairs and made the cars right again.
Correct. We have a 2001 BMW. Needed some body work. Needed quite a bit of mechanical work, but that's going to be ready. We have a 2010 Nissan Altima that needed a motor. Woonsocket Auto Salvage donated the motor.
Very nice.
Car's up and
Nice.
running. And then we have a 2007 Ford Focus. Everybody says it's a Ford, and it's a 2007. 37,000 original miles on it.
That's it, huh?
The car needed very little.
Really?
Yep.
That was the
So-
other question I was going to have. When the cars get donated in your private area, you go, holy cow, this is going to take a lot of work.
Sometimes, but we have a lot of spots. I mean, we have, obviously, you guys have donated some time with the ads and putting it out there and letting people know what's going on. I got to mention a couple of the sponsors, if you guys
Sure.
don't mind. Raps Auto Parts, which is Napa on Cumberland Hill Road, donates all the new parts.
I know. They're great over there.
They stepped up to the plate, and they've helped us out the last 2 times. Woonsocket Auto Salvage, Larry over there is a veteran himself. Anything, like I say, the used motor, Larry donated it. No problem, no questions asked.
Yeah.
North Smithfield Auto Body actually currently has the BMW. Like I said, need a little paint and paper.
Body work.
So we're getting that taken care of. So those are our, business sponsors that help us out. We don't do this alone. I have 2 techs. Ray Cowell's phenomenal. He's taken on most of these. And we just brought in a new guy, John Boards. John's been helping us out tremendously. So without these guys, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind mentioning the families that donated these cars.
Yes.
We have the Trudeau family out of Burrillville.
Wow.
The LeClaire family out of Woonsocket donated the Altima.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to get this wrong, but Ulrich family out of Waltham, Mass.
Wow.
All
So we're all over New England, trying to
Yeah.
help vets all over New England. The word's getting out there, and I mean, you can see this just by a donation out of Waltham, Mass.
Yeah.
Sure. Jim, do veterans come to you and say, I need a car, I need a vehicle, and you set them up with this? Or
We
how's
set
that
them
work?
up that way. We put it on our Facebook,
Anyone looking for a
publicize
car?
it. We got pamphlets out all over this, Mass, Rhode Island to sign up. I work with the VA hospital, so we go through that to their social workers, and yes, we network it out there pretty good to let the guys know.
Yeah.
And we probably have 3 times more numbers than
Than in
what
the
we
past?
have, but we ask that if a veteran that needs a car, not just because we're giving a car away.
Right, yeah.
So we have to weed out some of the people that maybe did put their names in, right? But I mean, they've got 2 Mercedes in the family, and they just want another car because they don't want to get their Mercedes dirty. You know,
in the wintertime, yeah.
That's not what it's about. It's about it for veterans that need a car.
So when they fill out like the application, let's say they actually have to put down what is their need.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you, I read all of these last night, and there was 46 entries this
All
time
right.
around, which I believe last time was 20 entries, and we're up over 40 now.
That's great.
Some of them will tell you hard out why they need the cars. There's just too many veterans out there that don't have the transportation they need. Just a way to give back and, give them something they can use.
All right. And so now these you've worked on the cars, Bill, and your workers have worked on the cars, so they're all tip-top shape and ready to go and roadworthy. And
All past state inspection.
You've already done that part?
Yep.
Oh,
Well, we haven't done it yet, but
Yeah.
we will have.
okay.
Yep.
And are those the titles of the cars?
These are just copies of the titles so I could remember the names of the families.
Oh, okay.
Year, make, and model. Yeah, these are just copies, but we do have the titles all ready to go.
And is it up to the people that win the car to register the car and
Yes. So
and take
what-
care of all that?
So what's going to happen is we're going to pick 3 winners today. Once the 3 are picked in the order that they were picked, I'm going to put titles in a blank envelope. They don't know which titles in which envelope. So
Oh,
the first
okay.
one you pick is going to be the person who picks first. He's going to pick from those 3 envelopes.
Okay.
What title is in the envelope is a car he gets.
So John Smith is not getting the BMW. John Smith will just be, you're getting one of the cars.
Correct.
And might get a
That's-
BMW.
That
And you might get a BMW,
But that's,
correct.
But that's fair.
It's the only fair way we could see doing it. It kind of add a little excitement to it.
It does.
We're inviting down, this is going to happen next Saturday at the shop at 1068 Park Ave, is we're going to invite the families down that donated the cars, families that won the cars, general public, anybody wants to stop down, they're more than welcome to. It's going to be from 10 to 1. We're going to have some food, we're going to have some drinks, we're going to have some raffles, some some music playing. And it's just kind of a festive thing.
Yeah.
Last time we did this, we had people from the city stopping in and donating to the Veterans Organization, which was great.
And Jim will be there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
They basically what the winners have to do is they'll have to obviously have a plate with them to put on the car. They have to take them off the property. They'll sign a waiver, and for us, that's all they have to do. Then
Wow.
they have to register
That's
it
up
with the
to them.
DMV. Sometimes, last time around, we had some people that came up and just donated money that we put divided between the 3 winners, and they use that towards their insurance or their registration or
Wow.
fuel or whatever.
That's so great.
But they don't have a car payment, and that's big.
There is no car payment, and they have a great running
Running
car.
Yeah.
And that's the,
You know.
that's the important thing. Full tank of gas on all 3?
I don't know about that, but we'll see what we can do. Are you offering?
Now I got to say yes.
Well, maybe
No, you
someone
don't.
will
No, you
donate some
don't.
gas cards.
The gas
Right?
card. That would be,
Gas
that'd be
cards are a great
idea.
donation.
Yeah,
too.
gas cards would be a great idea. That's actually what we did last time.
you?
A gas station had stepped up last time around. Haven't had a chance to talk to them yet.
Well, you got a week.
So I'm not going to call them out on the radio. And they hooked us up last time. I think they each walked away with a $100 gas card.
That's good. That's
Great.
great for
You
the
know,
veterans
and
that not
they-
only get the car, they get these other amenities as well.
Right, right. We're
That's
hoping
exciting. Yeah.
so. Yep.
Well, all right. All right. Well, we have Melissa here, so I know you said, Joe, you could pick the winners, but I'd rather have Melissa do it. So.
All right.
Oh,
well,
no
ready?
pressure. No pressure, Joe.
there's no pressure. All 46 names are in here.
Because
All
if I
right.
pulled out 3 guys from or 3 women from Cumberland, you'd say it was all fixed. So,
Good, tiny. Okay.
Well,
So who's the first one?
horrible, yeah.
The first
April
name is
Pearson.
April Pearson.
Okay.
April, you just
Pearson.
won a car.
Do you have no town? Is that anything you just got a name on the
Just
I
a
have
minute,
them. I
yeah.
could get you those in a minute.
Oh, okay.
She just moved
Right.
into Central Falls.
Did she?
I just helped
Great.
her this week get on furniture for her apartment, and
Oh.
So there you go. There's a veteran
That's
that definitely needs it.
Yeah.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
yeah.
Number
Paul Jakes.
Paul
Jakes.
Jakes is the second winner.
All right.
All right, that's number 2. And the final winner
Final
is
winner is David Metiver.
Metivier.
Metivier.
Tibbs,
Yes.
Right.
First.
You said David.
Very
my
nice.
heart went.
So April Pearson's going to pick first. Paul Jakes is going to pick second, and David Metivier.
two.
We'll
Gets
get
the last car.
We'll get
Sorry,
whatever's
David, but you
left.
get what's left. But it's a good running car, I guarantee
Well,
it.
to April and to Paul and to David, thank you for your service.
Jim, do you know these 3 people?
Yeah,
I
well,
know you know April.
David has a family that he has a lot of problems getting his family to doctors and everything. And he had reached out to us to see if we could help him with transport, like an Uber or something to help him. And I asked him if he had a car. He says he didn't have a car. He couldn't afford one. He could afford the registration,
Yeah.
insurance, but to buy a car and everything else, he couldn't. And he was tickled pink to put his name in the raffle. And congratulations, David, you won. Congratulations, April. Congratulations to
To Paul.
Paul.
Well,
And,
do you know Paul?
Paul, I'm trying to, because we've had other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
take
these
two.
have been coming in from all angles. So April is out of Central Falls, as Jim stated.
Yeah.
Paul Jakes is out of Attleboro, Mass. So there's a Mass winner in there.
Yep.
And David Metivier, I just had him too. He is out of Smithfield.
All
So
right.
2 Rhode Islanders
Great.
and a Massachusetts
Perfect,
veteran.
just like the cars.
From Henry's, I want to say thank you to all the veterans.
Yes.
Henry's
We
Heroes.
appreciate it.
All right. We're going to take a break here in the Coffee Ant program, and then I'm going to swing it over to Dave here. He's got a second message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Call 334-1000 after 9 o'clock this morning and find out how the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce can help you with your small business.
Dr. Jeffrey Dodge says it's important to have regular dental checkups, especially to check for periodontal disease. You may be having apparent symptoms without knowing it. Some visible symptoms include occasional bleeding of gums, loose teeth, and receding gums. Your dentist can diagnose this problem early through regular dental visits. From Dr. Jeffrey Dodge, Park Avenue, Woonsocket at Park Square, 762-3044.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England. When you're thinking about a place to go out to eat with your family or the whole gang, or maybe something quieter for just the two of you, head over to ON Radio's website, woonsocketradio.com, and click on the restaurant guide. This gives you a listing of the best restaurants in the area. You can take a look at menus and possibly even make reservations. This is a great resource to see a bunch of restaurants all in one place. Remember, it's woonsocketradio.com and click on Restaurant Guide. And if you own a restaurant that's not already listed, call WOON Radio at 401-762-1240 for information on how your restaurant can be on the Restaurant Guide. Call Joe at 401-762-1240.
We are local and live at 99.5.
It is Coffee Ant here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, Bill Wheatley, Jim Collins, and we just drew for 3 winners of vehicles. And they're going to be very
April
excited.
Pearson, Paul Jakes, and David Mativier will
And
be
now-
hitting the hard ways pretty
In
soon.
a week. And now, Bill, you get to go back and give the good news.
Yep, that's what we're about to do now.
That's always fun.
great.
So thanks for coming
Guys,
in.
thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Yes,
you, guys.
so
Thank you
wonderful.
guys do.
Thank you so
I
much.
think as everybody could hear, Jim's always helping the veterans all the time. And
This
that
man does not
organization-
stop.
I know. I know it. And Bill, good things are coming to Henry's. That's all I'm allowed to say at this point.
That's awesome.
I know that people all over the area, and being here in the neighborhood with me, I drive by your shop, and you look at the number of the cars that are out there, and I say to myself, he's catching on. Because you know, when you first came in and took over Henry's with your partners, what was the first thing I said? I've been waiting for you guys to open up because we need a great mechanic here in the neighborhood. And boy, have I been very, very pleased being a customer of Henry's.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's what we strive to do. It's, I keep trying to explain to people, we're not here to take your money. We're here to help you. We're
Yeah.
here to work with you. Get your car running and get it running right.
Exactly.
We
And
try
you
for the
do.
first time every time, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Just be patient. We'll work with you. We're not there to just take your money.
Cars are so complicated now, and you only see them for a few minutes.
Yeah, you'd have to see it to believe what some of these engineers come up with.
Yeah.
To change an alternator on a car 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
That's
have to
crazy.
Pull half the engine apart.
It's 3 hours just to get one bolt out.
Yeah.
You got to be a computer technician now.
You do. You actually do.
That's amazing.
Everything's run by computers.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate it, and much more success to you and to Nemo.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you
Guys.
coming in.
All right.
All right. We got more Coffee Ant coming your way, and we got to get Melissa's take on the big news story from yesterday.
Yep.
When did you first hear the news from yesterday, Melissa, about the mayor resigning?
Pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
And then my phone started blowing up.
Oh yeah. Have you heard? Have you heard?
Yes, I've heard. Yep. So, do you want my full take? 'Cause-
Yes.
All right.
The
all
full
right.
thoughts on what took place.
Because I usually, when I'm on here, I don't have my political hat on per se, and I try to be very diplomatic. But I am surprised because I was hearing about a resignation. I didn't think that was going to happen, just because I've known the mayor for a very long time, and I didn't think that was going to happen. And so when I
It
did,
wasn't in her personality.
it's not in her
to do
nature.
that.
It's
That's
not in her nature to back down.
right.
And when I read it, look, I think that taking care of your health is really important. It's including your mental health. And I, still think that there's a lot of stigma around taking a mental health break. And I'm sure that she needs the rest. But I was very disappointed to not see any accountability in that letter, and no addressing of the issues that have come up, and no ownership of that. And, you need to take a break for your health, for your family. I get it. And every year when elections happen, after elections happen, I say, I commend anybody for just stepping up to run, putting yourself up for public scrutiny and public opinion. It's not easy. And I can tell you, it's not easy. Right. You get called every name in the book, but it is gratifying, But at the same time, that is what you ran for. You knew what you were getting into, and it doesn't absolve you from things that have been done improperly. And so, I hope that she gets better. I hope her health improves. I hope the health of the city improves. And I think that regardless of her stepping down, whatever reason it was for, and maybe it was, to avoid spending more money to investigate all of this, to save the city money, for whatever reason it is, I hope she gets healthy. I hope the city gets healthy. I wish Mayor Beauchamp the best of luck. I think that he will continue the good progress, but I also think that he will lead with compassion. And I think that has been missing. I think that when you have a good leader, they lead fairly and with compassion, and we just haven't had that. And I think that he will bring that to the table, and I am here to help him in whatever way possible.
Okay, well, good thoughts there, Melissa. Dave, should we put Melissa right on the spot?
Ask her if she's going to run for the empty council seat. I mean, she's already done that.
No, I can tell you that I am not going to run for the empty council seat.
Well,
right,
yeah,
well,
but then...
Why would I do that?
But in 2024, the mayoral seat will be open for election or re-election. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
This is putting you on the spot.
That's okay. That's okay. I've been asked.
It's all just talk right now.
Sure,
You understand
absolutely,
this is all just talk.
and it's not the first time that I've been asked, and it won't be the last time. So what I will say to you is, I very much enjoy being in the Senate. I have a good position in the Senate. I've been able to accomplish a lot for the people, my constituents that I care about. But depending on whether or not I think that there is somebody running that I can stand by and support, and will do a good job, we'll just have to see.
Okay.
If I think that there is not a good candidate, then absolutely I will consider it. But right now I'm laser focused on the next session. Already thinking about putting my bills in. I'm going to put them in a couple weeks. So do the best that I can while I'm in this seat, and we'll see what the future brings. I'm not ruling it out.
Okay, well, that's a good answer right there. I appreciate that.
I think it's safe for me to say at this time, Joe, that I will not be a candidate for either seat.
No council and no mayor. Okay, for you.
Well, because
we need him here, Melissa.
Because then I have to go off the radio.
I know.
Right, I know.
And you'd never speak to me again if I left all of the announcing duties
Don't
to
leave
you
us.
when you had to do my work and your work. We tried that for 9 days
We
in
did.
October. You didn't like it.
And it wasn't easy. Can I just say that you don't really realize how much work goes on behind the scenes until you have to do it.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, all right. Is everything okay?
Well,
yes.
Dave always took care of that.
Yeah.
Well, Dave took care of that.
Right, yeah, right.
Yep.
Dave's
You know,
got that
we did okay
institutional
though, Joe.
knowledge.
We did all right.
Yes, we did.
You guys did fine.
The tower's still standing and nothing caught on fire.
Right,
That's
right.
There you go.
There was no dead air, which is the most important thing.
For the most part, you're right.
Yeah, right.
That's not true. There was some dead air.
A little bit, right.
I heard about some dead air, but you recovered.
That's right. So, Dave, any thoughts you want to relay about the resignation of Lisa Baldelli Hunt?
I'll simply repeat what I said yesterday in my last words on the Thursday program. We pray for the mayor, Lisa Baldelli Hunt.
Okay.
And now former mayor, Lisa Baldelli Hunt. We
That's
pray
right.
for her.
It was because I'm always on the fringe of these kind of things. I was really surprised until I said, here comes a press release from Sue Golan, the secretary over. It's another press release from the mayor, but let's see what this one's all about. And it just right off the bat, it says to the citizen of Woonsocket, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a letter. It's not really a press release. It isn't. It isn't.
Yeah.
I said, is this what I think it is? And you start reading through it, and it's like, I think it is. And then you get to the very bottom, and there's the last sentence that says effective immediately.
Right.
I resigned.
Always
Like,
remember.
wow, okay.
Always remember, as I've said it before, in my long career here with Woonsocket Radio, I have worked and known and been on a first-name basis with every mayor of our city since 1972, when Jack Cummings was mayor. And Lisa Baldelli Hunt was the hardest working mayor I ever saw.
Wow, that's high praise.
The hardest working mayor I ever saw.
All right, very good.
We didn't always get along, but she's the hardest working mayor I ever saw.
All right. Rich Lane has joined us at the coffee and table. Good morning to you, Rich.
Good morning.
And happy Semper Fi, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. I was hoping somebody would
That's
say happy
right.
birthday.
Happy birthday to happy birthday to the Marines today.
That's right. 248 years old today. I look pretty good, huh?
Doesn't look a
Yeah.
day over
Not bad,
105.
I wouldn't put it that way, Rick.
All right. So, doing anything special for either today or tomorrow on Veterans Day?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing something special today. There's no
wearing
doubt
it.
about that.
He's wearing his Marines.
Yes, I am.
red
Yes, I am.
sweatshirt.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
Marine
besides
Corps
tipping
shirt.
back
He's
a
got the
few.
rooster.
Yeah, well, I've got a few things I got to get done this morning, but I'll be heading over to Post 85 later on, and more than likely either calling my daughter or calling an Uber driver at the end of the day. But we will
Yep.
we will imbibe today.
Yeah, I don't understand why, Rich.
for my Marines. Yeah,
You could always
good
call
for you.
me, Rich.
yeah. I'll pick up the phone and call somebody. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Now, the question is, guys, saw our picture on Facebook. You know Richard Severia, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Dressed in his dress blues. All right.
well-
Can you still fit into your Marine Corps dress blues?
Oh, sure. No, not even close.
Sarcasm. All right.
God. Are you kidding
Well-
me? Hey, you want to know the funny part about it?
Yeah.
I'm probably only like maybe 15 pounds more now than I was when I was in the Marine Corps, but
Wow,
it was
that's
like
not bad.
it was in different
It
places.
moves
Yeah.
around.
Distributed differently.
Yes, that's what
This
happens.
is natural.
That's what happens. Things get
That's right.
They
That's
shift.
lower and
That's
they
right.
shift.
but let me, if I can, real quick. In this city, there is a 96-year-old World War II Marine. That is 96. He's still a member of our post. He still comes down and have his beverages 3 or 4 days a week. Mikey Notarangelo, if folks know little Mikey, I
Yes.
think you've met him, right,
Yes, I did.
Melissa?
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
I mean, he is just, he's all like 5'4", 5'5", and he's got a scowl on him.
Did you say he was a Marine?
Yes.
He is a Marine, okay.
But he has got to be one of the, I mean, I revere him.
Yeah.
He is, so Mikey, or anybody that knows Mikey, wish him a happy birthday when you see him today. That'll tickle him pink, and hopefully I get to see him a little later on down at the post.
All right, great.
Maybe Rich could explain something to us, but
All right.
I know you got to go for a break. If this is a long explanation, we'll leave it till later.
Okay.
Where did the term jarhead come from? And is it a compliment or is it not?
I don't know where it came from, but I accept it. How you doing, Jawhead? Good.
Good.
How are you? How are you?
I thought
But
it was, I couldn't figure out if you were insulting somebody or complimenting.
No, and I'm fine with that. I mean, people tell me that usually the blue crayons are gone because the Marine Corps ate them. And it's true. I like the blue ones better than red or yellow or any of those. So
If the Jarhead slogan is coming from a Marine, it's a compliment. If it's coming from another member of the service, is it considered an insult?
well, it depends if I like that other member of the service or not.
It's like so many other things,
right.
Joe.
Yeah.
Like so many other things between strangers. It depends on if they're smiling when they say it.
There you go. There you go.
All right, well, I got to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming up, and it's time for the forecast, which is being brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Becoming mostly sunny today with a high of 51 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 35. Veterans Day Saturday, sunshine with a high of 48. Sunday, sunshine and 43. Monday, sunshine and 46. Tuesday, sunshine and 49. Wednesday, sunshine and a high near 52, and on Thursday, mostly sunny skies, high of 59.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street under mostly cloudy skies. We have 45 degrees. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Information at positivecoach.org.
This is Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group, 765-8880, with some simple advice about investing. The truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends, lasting for days, weeks, and months or longer, are gone. Sometimes trends last only part of a day before changing direction. Investing is not an activity for those who cannot take the time to study and see each twist and turn for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, I've seen them all, and I'll invest your money the same way I invest for myself. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with me. So call me, Ed Carew, at 765-8880 right here in Woonsocket. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
We've unlocked the vaults, and we're replaying Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 80s. This week is from November 14th, 1981. That's when Billy Joel said goodbye to Hollywood. Barry Manilow sang the old songs. Olivia Newton-John wanted to get physical. And Foreigner was waiting for a girl like you. You'll hear those songs, all the top 40 hits, and the long-distance dedications from November 14th, 1981, right here on Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 80s.
It is Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Rich Lane and Melissa Murray and Dave Richards. And Dave is holding a copy of this week's Valley Breeze in his hand.
How observant you are, Mr. Callahan. Mm-hmm. Holding a copy of the Cumberland and Lincoln edition of the Valley Breeze newspaper right now. And among the fine stories that you'll find on the front page, Happy Baskets program sees a surge in need in Cumberland. Read all about it. Ethan Shorey has a story. He also wrote up a nice story about the results of the Tuesday election where Cumberland voters voted on their bond to address school needs and to address enrollment. And also, Sophia Barr has a story from Lincoln about the approval of their two bond questions and voting for ammo, which Woonsocket and North Smithfield didn't do, by the way, voting for ammo. I think Cumberland did, but not overwhelmingly. All right, and now I hold up the North Smithfield, Blackstone, and Woonsocket edition of the Valley Breeze. And there on the top, Bella Pelletier has a story about the bond question in North Smithfield, which did not fly, and brings the town back to square one on the process. And then, of course, there's the coverage of last Monday night's Woonsocket City Council meeting, where residents stood up in the good and welfare portion to bring to the council information about Delicious Lounge, which used to be the old Toulouse Cafe on Willow Street, right? Yeah. It's right smack dab in a residential neighborhood. And the residents in that neighborhood explain or described in some pretty graphic detail some of the unsavory things that are going on outside Delicious Lounge, and of course the amount of music and everything else like that. The council then, spoiler alert, the council then removed the automatic renewal of their liquor license from the docket that night for further review. And we were also told that their They're under an eviction order.
Eviction notice, yeah.
An eviction
I
notice.
just thought their lease was just
Yeah,
not being renewed.
Yep, they
Yeah.
Okay.
not going to be there after the first.
But the word eviction was used during the meeting. Anyway, Bella Pelletier has all the stuff without all the stammering and stuttering that I put into it. And then, of course, you have to understand that our Valley Breeze was published yesterday morning, so it's talking about the reversal of the land deal does not absolve the mayor from any scrutiny. And if you like history lessons, you can read Bella Petitier's story about that. Well, I mean, what are you going to do? They published it. They put it on the street Thursday morning. Thursday
Yeah, how were
afternoon
they
she
to know?
resigned.
How
So
are they to know?
Yeah, there's no way to know that. So get your Valley Breeze all over the area, free where you shop.
All right, very good there, Dave. And Rich, we got a note that was passed in, and it's all about you.
Yeah, what did I do now?
It just says, happy birthday, Rich, from a fellow vet. You're doing a marvelous job at Post 85.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Doesn't say who the fellow vet is.
Was that the
but
commander
maybe,
that said that?
Nah, well,
can't tell.
it might be. He's down in Key West right now, enjoying the sunshine and taking
nice.
a little break. And we're trying not to call him, but being the commander's liaison, I just have to give him a call every once in a while and remind him to get back up here and
All right.
help me out.
All right, what else you want to tell us what's going on at the Post?
Well, it's being Veterans Day weekend, Marine Corps birthday, and everything. There's a lot going on all over the place. Not only at the Post. I mean, one thing I do want to touch on just real quick is the members of the UVC, United Veterans Council here in Woonsocket. I mean, all these entities have something going on this weekend on Veterans Day. We got St. Joe's Veterans Association.
And you
here
got
in
good weather
Woonsocket.
too for this time of year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Upper 40s and sunshine.
Yeah. VFW 6342, DAV 12, VVA 817, and MVET 7. And just like Dave, because in mentioning all these entities, right after, what I'm going to ask Dave to explain a little bit more on, right after the dedication ceremonies tomorrow, all these entities will have something going on at their place. So, Dave, if you want to elaborate a little bit on the dedication ceremonies going on in
Well,
Woonsocket.
we have them in every community, but here in Woonsocket, and this is our home, so this is the one we're paying attention to. But when we say this, we don't want to belittle any other of the commemorations that are going around the Blackstone Valley. Of course, we can only be in one place. The place selected is the UVC park on Davison Avenue. Beautiful, beautiful park. However, it has no electricity. So our role in all of this is to roll up with the truck, pull out the generator, make some electricity, and put up the sound system so that all the veterans and families and friends that come to the thing can hear the speakers at the podium. There'll be the laying of the wreath, folding of the flag. There'll be the usual short speeches. They're always remarkable how short they are and right to the point. And just a very, very nice thing. It starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow at UVC Park on Davison Avenue here in Woonsocket. Now, for those who cannot make it there tomorrow, and we understand, especially as veterans age and they have different family circumstances, or maybe they don't have a car, or whatever the situation is, they might not be able to make it. We'll be broadcasting it on the AM and the FM stereo radio stations and also streaming it on our 5 video streams on the internet for everybody. You can get it at the WoonsoketRadio.com website, our YouTube channel on Worldwide. We can get it on X. You can get it on Facebook Live. You can get it on Instagram and Daily Motion. So we're going to be there to put it on the air for everybody who can't make it.
Awesome. And then, as Dave just explained what's going on down there, immediately afterwards, you can go to any of the other entities that I just mentioned before that. They're all doing something as far as providing like free food for veterans and stuff like that. Down at my place at 85, we'll be having we'll get some food out for everybody. One place I do want to mention, and like you said, Dave, we don't want to take away from any of the other organizations, but we on Social Street in Woonsocket, AMVET 7. I mean, the commander down there, Brian Camara, he's just an awesome
Nice
individual. Brian is top notch.
Enter from Chester Street, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're on
Yeah.
Social Street legally.
Yeah.
But the entrance is really on the back street.
Behind.
Correct.
So that's where the parking lot is.
Yeah, and the parking lot is kind of tiny, so if you're going to go down there, you might have to find some alternate parking. But Brian's going to be cooking up some hot dogs and hamburgers and things like that. I know he's got a lot of raffles going on at AMVET 7. I support them because Brian has shown some kindness and come and support our organization also. He's actually a member of American Legion Post 85 also. So, like I said, if you want to go somewhere, come down to 85, and also make a visit down to Brian and his people down at AMVET's Post 7. And another thing, I just became aware of this last night, and I know that it was in the works back in March or April. I remember seeing a little bit on Channel 10 out of Providence on this, but on November the 27th, which is a Monday afternoon this month, Operation Stand Down. I guess there's a facility that they used to have for male homeless veterans in transition. They've taken that facility and they're going to turn it into an all-female transitional housing for female veterans. Now, that dedication, I was told, is November 27th at noon. Dave, I saw you nod your head, Melissa. You guys may have more to say about that. I don't know. That's all the information I got.
You've got it. Yeah. You've got the gist of it right there.
Yep. So what I've tried to do is I've gotten in touch with our color guard, and being a Monday afternoon at noontime, I'm the only retired one of the color guard. Yeah. So I might be standing there in my uniform with the American flag and things, but I'm going to try to get a couple of members from Post 85 down there with our colors. Well, I think it's something that is really, really needed. And not only in this area, but in the entire state of Rhode Island, there just is not enough female veteran housing for homeless female vets and transitional housing and things like that. So, absolutely wonderful to see that happening,
wonderful.
Isn't it? Huh?
Yep. Great.
I really look forward to that day, and of course, after that ceremony. If any of you three are going to be down there, please come down to Post 85 and we can celebrate.
Well, that's very nice.
I don't know how much time I got.
It'll be the work day.
I don't know if you got to go into a break or not, but I
not just yet.
No, okay. I got something I really want to share here.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
What's that?
And I brought the book only because I want to get it right.
Okay.
But I picked up this. This is a coffee table book that I picked up back in 2002, 2003. And because it's the Marine Corps birthday and because it's Veterans Day, this book is called Medal of Honor, Portraits of Valor Beyond the Call of Duty. And it has in this book just very short stories.
You just pick the book up a little and just kind of show it to the
Yeah,
camera.
sure. Here we go, right over here.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, Medal of Honor. And what it's got 116 stories, short stories, about what some of these guys in the Korean War, World War II, and the Vietnam War did to get their Medal of Honor. And these guys are all unbelievable. I mean, when you read some of these stories, you go, how the heck did they even survive? So the one I picked out is because it's a Marine, of course, but this was out of the Chosin Reservoir in North Korea in 1950. And this gentleman, Hector Caffarata, was from New Jersey. He was 21 years old when this incident happened. And he was with a squad, and it doesn't say how many were in the squad, but with my Marine Corps experience, I'm thinking maybe about a dozen guys.
Right.
And they were sent out in a Korean mountainside overlooking a narrow road near the Chosin Reservoir. And it was to secure an area where a couple of Marine regiments were going to come through,
right,
and to protect it from any type of attacks. Well, they came under attack themselves. Everyone in his squad was killed except him and one other guy. And the other guy that was with him took a grenade early in their fighting and was blinded.
Right.
All Caffarata, for 7 or 8 hours, had this Marine that was injured. They had gathered up the weapons of their fallen Marines around them.
Right.
And from their bunker, they continually kept shooting from the bunker. He had the blind Marine load the weapons for him as he was firing out of his bunker.
Wow.
This is the part that is unbelievable to me. The Chinese force, they finally withdrew, And in the reports, Cafferata afterwards found out that the American officers had counted approximately 100 Chinese dead around the ditch that he had fought out of that night.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not put it into the report because they thought no one would believe it.
Oh, my, yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
There's
right.
one guy with a Marine that was blind, loading the weapon,
Right.
could possibly have taken out 100 enemy combatants.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. Now, the funny part of the story, there is a funny
Is it
part.
peculiar or is it funny?
It's funny. It's funny, ha ha. Cafferata, he was back. Of course, he had taken some injuries, and he was hospitalized for 18 months afterwards. But this is the part that's really funny. In 1952, back home in New Jersey, he was informed by telegram that he had been awarded the Medal of Honor and was to immediately go to Washington to receive the Medal of Honor from President Truman.
Really?
And he told the officer that called him, "I'd rather receive it at home in the mail."
Wow.
Really?
And the Marine officer said to him, "You'll get down there so President Truman can personally give you the Medal of Honor."
No kidding.
Not a fan of Truman, huh?
Well, I don't know what it was.
Wow.
I think he's saying, I better through enough crap. I'm on
That's
leave,
right.
but
Don't need the politics
don't
and
need
the
that. But he,
flashing cameras. And,
yeah. But that Marine Cafferata lies in rest at the Triangle at Quantico, Virginia. But I just thought it was an interesting story. Like I said, and to me, I can almost appreciate the fact that you say, "Nah, why don't you just send me that at home? I'm at home having a couple of brews. And just kind of leave me alone now, would
That's
you?"
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
mail it to me.
All right, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program. But Dave, how about a message from Chan's Restaurant?
Yes. Well, it's like this. We got some great entertainment coming up at Chan's tonight and tomorrow night. Two popular New England bands, Joe. Tonight at 8 o'clock, Neil and the Vipers features Dave Howard, lead vocals and harmonica, led by guitarist Ace Neil Vitullo. Tomorrow night, we got a dance party going on at Chan's in the Four Seasons Banquet Room with the music of the great Jay Giles Band, led by the ace on bass, Danny Klein. Original members of the Jay Giles Band, of course, performed at Autumn Fest, haven't they?
years ago, yes, they
right.
did.
They'll be at Chan's tomorrow night, featuring his talented Full House Band. Chan's is also open on Thanksgiving Eve. Place your takeout orders early. Happy Thanksgiving from the House of Chan. Thank you, and enjoy the entertainment at Chan's.
This portion of Coffee has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
Hi, everybody. Dave Richards here on the floor of Family Discount Furniture, corner of Social Street and Diamond Hill Road in Woonsocket. I'm talking with Brad in the dinette section on the floor. What do we have here, Brad?
So with the holidays coming up, we have quite a few selection. We have on sale right now pub tables. We have regular height. We have a new collection farmhouse style table, 4 chairs and a bench for $4.99. It's all solid wood, farmhouse style, butcher block from Ashley. We have pub height table, 4 chairs starting at $3.99. They go up to this one over here. Pub table, 6 chairs. We have on sale. It's actually going to be $5.99 now until Black Friday, which we're running our Black Friday sale all month long.
At Family Discount Furniture, corner of Social Street and Diamond Hill Road, here in Woonsocket.
You can depend on us for public service. ON Radio.
Coffee and on ON Radio. Joe Callahan here. Dave Richards is here. Melissa Murray's here. Rich Lane is here. And I got a question for Melissa dealing with what's going on here in the city of Woonsocket. Now that Chris Beauchamp is mayor, he's no longer the president of the city council. I'm assuming that we got Valerie Gonzalez as acting city council president until they have a reorganization.
Right, they'll have a reorganization meeting,
So,
and they'll have to elect a council president and a vice president.
Okay. Will they have to have a vote, an election, to fill the open spot?
The
then?
open council seat.
They
yes.
will.
Yes.
When do you think that can take
It
place?
has to take place within 75 days.
Of
so
what?
it's
Of today?
of the vacancy. So
Okay.
it's going to be
Yesterday.
quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick.
75 days, so 3 months.
During a very busy time of
During
year.
a very, yeah, right, right.
That's right.
So,
Don't expect a traditional campaign.
yeah, you know, our charter is interesting.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
if-
City council president, whether they want to or not, as mayor, tag your it, and there's no discussion.
right, I mean, I could see that they were acting mayor until a special election occurs for the mayoral
But that's
seat.
not how the charter
But that is not
is
how the
written.
charter is written, and I had a lot of questions about that.
It's kind of like the president. The vice president becomes the president when, as soon as
And
the
finish out
seat
you
is,
finish out the term.
as soon as the seat is declared vacant,
But if
then,
you're-
but
right,
it,
it's like
but
the
they
lieutenant
also
governor,
take they
right.
also take an oath of office, but in actuality, there's never a minute that there's not someone who is president.
That's right.
And so, like when the president died back in 1963, Lyndon Johnson was president, and then he took the oath of office.
Immediately, yeah, and Chris Beauchamp has already taken the oath of office.
Yes,
that was immediate.
He was alerted.
There
and,
was
yeah, came
no
to City
no
Hall.
lapse there.
So
Yeah.
there will only be a special election for the city council opening, not for the mayor until
That's
the
correct.
re-election next year.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's right or not, that's what's in our charter. So
And
that's what happens.
That's the way it is.
Right.
That's right.
All right.
I have a little
What do you
little
got?
trivia. Well, not trivia, but a little info here. So I have the Marine Times pulled up here, and I looked up because I googled Jarhead.
All
And
right.
we're talking
all
about
right.
it.
Yeah, I didn't even
So,
notice. Thank you.
The first term, the term first appeared as early as World War II and referred to Marines' appearance wearing their dress blue uniforms, according to the National Museum of the Marine Corps. The high collar on the uniform and the Marine's head popping out from the top resembled a mason jar. At the time, it was intended to be an insult, but much like today's stereotype of crayon eating, the Marines chose to own it as their own.
Oh,
I
there
got
you
the
go.
crayon
There you
part right.
go. There you go. So
So it is. So it's a compliment now.
You know,
I know.
yeah,
When I
I
saw
wore-
that, that's why I laughed out loud when I was
Oh,
reading
okay.
this, because
Like
you're
the dr-
a little.
I had dress blues. I don't think I look like a mason jar.
Well,
I don't
remember,
see it either,
remember
but-
the haircut was also flat top, right?
God, yes.
But if
Oh,
you're in your
God,
dress, you're wearing a hat.
yeah.
So you don't see the flat.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well,
well, no,
sure.
you don't see
But-
it, but
Yeah.
you know,
But the
I've
hat
always
has
been
a flat top.
Somebody,
I've always been follically challenged, so I just, you know, there was never a problem for me having too long hair.
It's become the rooster's roost.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, well, that's interesting to know. I never took it as an insult, but I didn't know the origin. So hey, you learn
some
something
person
new
said
every
it,
day.
and it caught on apparently.
Look at that. So I'm gonna have to explain that one to Mikey Notarangelo. Then when I see him, I think he'll enjoy
I'll
that.
tell
story.
ya.
It's the best way to turn an insult into a compliment. is
Yeah.
When someone
It's
calls you
own
an
it.
insult, say thanks. I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna call others that.
And you spoke of and seeing it's the Marine Corps birthday, I can elaborate a little bit on the Marine Corps. I hope people out there don't mind. But speaking of the dress blues, I remember when I was in boot camp, I graduated from boot camp. My mom and dad, God rest their souls, bought me a set of dress blues as a graduation gift.
Oh, nice.
And I think at that time, my father told me there was something like $126 for a
Whoa.
set of dress
That's a lot.
blues,
A lot of
which
money.
back
Not
in that
cheap,
time
not cheap.
period, that was
Yeah.
1976.
All right.
And then I found out the other day that there was a gentleman from the VFW that wanted to get a set of dress blues. He was a Marine for a color guard detail, and this is about 3 years ago. And he said it was over $1,000
my
now for a
goodness.
set
Wow.
of dress blues. Yeah. I said, what about your old ones? He said, nah, no way I'm getting the those.
Not enough material.
Not enough material hanging around. Yeah.
Nature intends that we change
Yep. Yep.
during the course of our lives.
Yeah, but we tease each other about the different branches of service we're in when we go to
sure.
all these veterans organizations. But one thing I do tell everybody, and you say it with a smile when you talk to other members of other services, the bullets never discriminated.
Oh, of course.
So I mean, you can sit down. We can sit down with one another as veterans and tease each other about our branches of the service, but don't be fooled. If you are not a veteran and the place you go is open to the public, never think if you're a non-veteran, that you can chime in on that discussion.
Right.
Because we will all jump on you at that point. But it's a brotherhood, and
Sure.
and you know, the thing that makes us most proud as Marines is that you can walk down the street and you see somebody with Marine Corps emblem on their shirt like I have and
Yeah.
stuff, and a fellow Marine will always say Semper Fi
Yeah.
to you. The Navy has nothing.
No,
the
it's
Coast
amazing-
Guard.
it's amazing the other
yeah,
branches don't
Army.
have
They
anything.
but Marines.
You get your signal.
We got our Semper Fi,
That's
and,
right.
and it means everything.
All
It
right.
means everything.
Very good.
And for those who don't get it, it means always faithful.
Always faithful.
All right. We got a few more minutes to go before the end of the program, and for those of you that are anybody a fan of the movie The Terminator or the other Terminator movies?
I saw one of them.
All right,
But
well,
no, I wouldn't call myself a fan.
Well,
Yeah, me either.
we're heading in that direction
Why?
where the machines are going to take over.
Oh,
And,
no.
gonna-
Well, I've been listening to that stuff since the late 50s with
Well,
sci-fi movies.
how about this? A man was crushed to death by a robot arm
Yeah.
that mistook him for a box of vegetables.
What?
You cannot argue with the machine. This happened in South Korea, by the way, at a packing plant. Officials say the robot grabbed the employee that was in his 40s, slammed his body against the conveyor belt, and took him apart.
Internal injuries.
Yeah. An investigation is underway.
Yes, and the way I read the story is that the worker was responding to an abnormal situation and was physically in a place where he ought not to have been.
All right.
Because normally the human workers are kept in an area where the robot can't reach.
Well, the robots are taking over. Now they're going to
I
start
know.
killing us.
It's a fun story,
It is,
but
it is.
not for the guy's family. But
No.
Mistook him for a box of vegetables.
I guess that's what's supposed to be on the conveyor
The
belt.
task
Yeah.
the robot was completing was
Yeah.
processing vegetables for packaging and for distribution.
I could go so many
Yikes.
places
Yikes.
with that, but I'm just going to kind of leave it alone.
That's-
Yeah, leave
All
it
right.
alone.
Okay.
That's tragic.
We'll give you a good story here. Rich and Dave might not think so, but Melissa, I think you're going to agree with this. A new study suggests cats are not really all that aloof and are actually quite expressive.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Researchers at UCLA began studying felines in 2021 to learn more about how they communicate and found that cats displayed at least 276 different facial expressions. Too much?
Okay,
All
that's
right.
too many.
About 46% of those were friendly, 37% were aggressive, 17% were ambiguous.
Yeah, that
Well, there you go.
There you
The
go.
ambiguous
There you
ones,
go.
how can you tell?
The study's co-author says she's considering creating an app that would allow people to record their cat's facial expression to determine what feelings they're expressing.
right. So you can react to your cat accordingly, and hopefully it's
Well,
not wrong,
there's-
and the cat.
If your
does
cat's
the same,
happy,
right.
yay, I can go pet the cat.
I
If there's a couple of
mean-
bucks in it, people will do anything.
Also,
My only
how do you
comment
get that
is-
job?
My only comment is I appreciate cats. I love dogs.
You got to be a vet of some sign to get that job out there
Yeah,
at UCLA. All right. So, Rich, you like pizza, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next
Yeah.
time you're in Hong Kong, I'm sure you're going there soon.
Sure, yeah. In
Pizza
fact-
Hut's got a new shredded snake meat on the pizza,
Nah.
along with black
I'd-
mushrooms and dried ham.
I'd try it.
You would try it?
Yeah.
Shredded snake?
I would.
All
I,
right.
I will
All right.
pretty much try anything.
The creation is inspired by a traditional snake stew that's indigenous to Hong Kong. So
Well,
they
that-
must like it, so let's put it on pizza.
Melissa, that's interesting to hear because I was talking, because I know last week I mentioned that we're going to have a Cajun festival at the Post
Yeah.
in 2024. And I was talking to a lady last night that says it's a little expensive to buy, but we're going to try to get some. But she said that she knows how to do gator.
Yeah, alligator. Yeah, I've had
And
it.
you deep fry it, I
Yeah.
guess, or whatever. So
Yep.
she said it's got to be done right. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
whole
sure.
way of battering it.
Very
and-
salty.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so knowing that when we have our Cajun festival, we're gonna have to invite you down next year to have some gator with us. I'll try it.
I'm an
I'll
adventurous
try
eater.
it.
So look, the people over there in Hong Kong saying these people eat alligator. They must think we're
Yeah.
completely odd.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd try snake, but I mean not on a pizza. If you gave me a little chunk of it.
Yeah, I
because-
feel like pizza probably isn't like the best way to try it. You probably want to try it in a way that's prepared like, traditionally, but
But
Who
it's-
doesn't like pizza?
But you can pull,
right?
if it's shredded snake, you can just pull it off the pizza and pop it in and see what you think.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know about the black mushrooms. What are black mushrooms?
I don't know.
As opposed to the kinds
Just,
we have around
there's
here.
so many different kinds of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
thousands.
Yeah.
All right.
Thousands, different kinds of mushrooms, no question.
All right, we got to run. So we thank Bill and Jim for coming in.
Yes.
Henry's and
Wonderful.
Nehov.
Congratulations to April Pearson, Paul Jakes, and David Mativier.
They all won
3
cars.
veterans who have won cars from Nehov and Henry's Heroes.
That's fantastic. Richard Lane, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Marines. 248 years old today.
Very good. Melissa Murray, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Everyone have a wonderful weekend and happy Veterans Day.
I am not a candidate.
And not yet. Anyway, Dave,
Yes?
thanks for coming in.
Well, I already said my thingy here.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right,
See
we'll
you
see you
later.
around, gang. Don't forget high school football tonight.
That's right, at 7.
One of those teams goes to the Super Bowl next week.
All right, that game will be at noontime on
Yeah.
Saturday of next week. So have a great weekend. Happy Veterans Day. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew coming your way at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Protesters gathered outside the Textron headquarters building in downtown Providence yesterday.